आनन्दलीलामय विग्रहाय हेमाभदिव्यै छविसुन्दराय तस्मै महाप्रेम रसप्रदाय चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So we are reading from the book Teachings of Lord Caitanya, which is based on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj. So let us continue. In his two-handed form, Krishna, in his two-handed form as the cowherd son of Srinanda Maharaj, Krishna fully exhibits his opulence, his beauty, wealth, attractiveness, and all his pastimes. Indeed, in some Vaishnav literature, it is found that sometimes in his form as Vasudev, means Krishna in his form as Vasudev, Vasudev becomes attracted to his own form of Govind in Vrindavan. Thus, as Vasudev, he sometimes desires to enjoy as Govind does, although the Govind form and the Vasudev form are ultimately one and the same. We also saw a great example yesterday of how we look at our own pictures from past and then we think, oh, this was such a nice time, lovely memories. I looked so nice at that time. Now I look like this. So although Krishna is transcendental and is eternally the same, but in his form as Vasudev, he gets attracted to his form of Govind in Vrindavan, because there, in the form of Govind, Krishna is exhibiting his full opulence, his full beauty, Rupa Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, Rasa Madhuri, and Rupa Madhuri. So, all these four extra qualities, which even Vishnu doesn't, does not exhibit. All other forms of Krishna, the expansions of Krishna, they don't exhibit these four qualities which are exhibited by Krishna. So Krishna exhibits all his opulence, beauty, wealth, attractiveness, all the pastimes as the cowherd son of Nanda Maharaj. Even in Dwarka, Krishna is not exhibiting it. But the same form Krishna, that Krishna and this Krishna is not different. Vasudev is not different from Krishna. Narayan is not different from Krishna. Vishnu is not different from Krishna. They are all one and the same. In this regard, there is a passage in Lalit Madhav 4.19 in which Krishna addresses Uddhavji as follows: My dear friend, the form of this cowherd boy Govind attracts me. See, Krishna is addressing to Uddhavji. Krishna himself in Dwarka, he's speaking to Sri Uddhavji, who is his friend, also his cousin. There he is expressing that this form of cowherd boy Govind, he attracts me. Indeed, I wish to be like the damsels of Vraja Gopis, who are also attracted by this same form of Govind. Similarly, later in the Lalit Madhav 8.34, Krishna says, Oh, how wonderful it is! Who is this person? Krishna is seeing himself in the form of Govind and he is exclaiming, How wonderful it is! Who is this person? After seeing him, I am so much attracted that now I desire to embrace him, just like Srimati Radhika. There are also forms of Krishna that are a little different from his original form, and they are called Tad Ekatma Rupa forms. I think yesterday we read this paragraph. Okay. These may be further divided into Vilas and Swamsha forms, which in turn have many different features and can be divided into Prabhava and Vaibhava forms. As far as the Vilas forms are concerned, there are innumerable Prabhava Vilasas, headed by Krishna's expansions as Vasudev, Shankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. Sometimes the Lord thinks of himself as a cowherd boy, and sometimes he thinks of himself as Vasudev's son, who is a Kshatriya prince, And this thinking of Krishna is called his pastimes. Very beautifully, Srila Prabhupada has explained that this thinking of Krishna is called his pastimes. When Krishna thinks himself to be the son of Mother Yashoda, then the Damodar Leela happens. When Krishna thinks himself to be the son of Vasudev, then the Kshatriya, as a Kshatriya prince, his ruling, his decision making, all these pastimes happen. Actually, he is in the same form in his Vaibhav Prakash and Prabhava Vilas, but he appears differently as Krishna and Balaram. His expansions as Vasudev, Shankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha are the original Chaturvyuha or four-armed forms. There are innumerable four-armed manifestations in different planets and different places. For instance, they are manifested in Dwarka and Mathura eternally. From the four original four-handed forms. The four original four-handed forms are here: Vasudev, Shankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. They are the original four-handed forms. The four original four-handed forms. They are manifested. They manifested the 24 principal four-armed forms, which are called Vaibhav Vilas. So from the four original, there are 24 further principal four-armed forms of the Lord. They are named differently according to the placement of the conch, club, lotus, and disc in their hands. The same four principal manifestations of Krishna are found on each planet in the spiritual sky, which is known as the Narayan Lok or the Vaikuntha Lok. In Vaikuntha Lok, Krishna is manifested in the four-handed form of Narayan. From each Narayan are manifested the forms of Vasudev, Shankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. So in every planet, there is Narayan, and from Sri Narayan, the four expansions of Vasudev, Shankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. They surround the Narayan form. And thus Narayan is in the center, and the four forms of Vasudev, Shankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha surround the Narayan form. Each of these four forms again expands into three, and these all have different names beginning with Keshava. These forms are 12 in all, and again they are known by different names according to the placement of the symbols in their hands: the conch, disc, the conch, disc, lotus, and the club. These four. So according to the placement, they have different names. As far as the Vasudev form is concerned, the three expansions manifested from him are Keshav, Narayan, and Madhav. The three forms expanded from Shankarsan are known as Govind, Vishnu, and Sri Madhusudan. It should be noted that this Govind is not the same Govind manifested in Vrindavan as the son of Nand Maharaj, because there he is in the two-handed form. And here the expansion of Shankarsan, which is known, who is called Govind, is the four-handed expansion. So this and that form is different. Same God, same Krishna, the form is different. Similarly, from Pradyumna expand the three forms known as Trivikrama, Vamana, and Sridhara. And the three forms expanded from Aniruddha are known as Rishikesh, Padmanabh, and Damodar. So with that, we go to next chapter, chapter 7, the unlimited forms of Godhead. According to the Vaishnav almanac, the 12 months of the year are named according to the 12 Vaikuntha forms of Lord Krishna. um, I just remembered one pastime that I was listening from His Grace Adi Gadadhar Prabhu recently, just few days back, that when the gopis were having Ras Leela, where they were enjoying the Ras Leela with Krishna, And suddenly, Krishna, he manifests his four-handed form as Narayan and stands before the gopis. The gopis, they looked at Sri Narayan Bhagwan and then they paid their obeisances. And then their question was, have you seen Krishna? So Narayan or Lord Vishnu, the same God, the same Lord Krishna is attracted to his own form as Krishna in Vrindavan Dham. And here is an example that the Vraja gopis, they are they have no attraction for any other form of Krishna other than their cowherd boy, that Sham Sundar in Sri Vrindavan Dham, in Vrajadham. The other than that, they have no attraction for any other form of Krishna. Whereas Srimati Sri Lakshmi Devi, Lakshmi ji, I will mute everyone. So whereas Sri Lakshmi ji, who is the wife, the consort of Lord Narayan, Lord Vishnu, she is also attracted to that two-handed form of Krishna. The same Krishna is her husband only. She is also attracted to that form of Krishna because the pastimes are more enjoyable, more relishable. So Mother Lakshmi gets attracted to Krishna, but the Vraj gopis, they have no attraction for any other form or any other expansion of Krishna. Even if they see, first they offer their obeisances and their question is, have you seen Krishna? Have you seen our Krishna? Other than, have you seen our Sham Sundar? Other than that, they have no other business. No asking that, can you give me this? No, I need some opulence. No, they are not interested in any of these things. You keep your opulence, you keep your everything. We just want Krishna. We just want our Sham Sundar. So, anyways, coming back to this. According to the Vaishnav Almanac, the 12 months of the year are named according to the 12 Vaikuntha forms of Lord Krishna. And these forms are known as the predominating deities for the 12 months. This calendar begins with the month of Margashirsha, which is equivalent to late November and early December. So this is Srila Prabhupada is saying, because we read that these are lectures given by Srila Prabhupada based on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, written by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj, and therefore when Srila Prabhupada was giving this lecture, this is in reference to that. Now Srila Prabhupada is saying that this calendar begins with the month of Margashirsha, which is equivalent to late November and early December. The Vaishnavas call this month Keshav. December, January is called Narayan. So we are right now in Narayan month. January, February is Madhav. February, March is Govind. March, April is Vishnu. April, May, Sri Madhusudan. And May, June, Trivakrama. June, July is called Vamana. July, August is Sridhar. August, September is Rishikesh. September, October, Padmanabh. And October, November is Damodar. Again, November, December is Keshav. So you can find out which month you are born, and according to that, you should know, okay, this month, this is the name of the month that I was born. So for me, it is Rishikesh. Haribol. This Damodar is different from the Damodar in Vraja. Again, Srila Prabhupada is clarifying that this Damodar is the four-handed form of Lord Narayan. This is different from our Damodar who was bound by Mother Yashoda in Vrajadam. Different form. Okay, different means different form and different rasa or different mood. The name Damodar was given to Krishna when he was bound with the ropes by his mother. But the Damodar form, who is the predominating deity of the month of October and November, is a different manifestation. Just as the months of the year are known according to the 12 different names of the Supreme Lord, the members of the Vaishnav community mark the 12 parts of the body according to these names. So all the devotees who are doing Dwadashanga Tilak Seva, they will know that yes, these are the names that we are. When we boldly declare that every part, every side, everything, each part of the body belongs to the Supreme Lord. We are the servant of 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 the Supreme Lord. So therefore, we do this Tilak Seva, declaring that we belong to Krishna. For instance, the Tilak mark on the forehead is called Keshav. On the stomach, chest, and arms, the other names are also given. These are the same names as those given for the months. Vasudev, Shankarsan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha expand into 8 additional Vilas Murtis. Their names are Purushottam, Achyuta, Nrsimha, Janardana, Hari, Krishna, Adhokshaja, and Upendra. Adhokshaja and Purushottam are the Vilas forms of Vasudev. Similarly, Upendra and Achyuta are the Vilas forms of Shankarsan. So basically, what is happening is from Sri Balramji, 4 expansions are happening. There is Vasudev, Shankarsan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. Then again, Srila Prabhupada is explaining that again from Vasudev there are these 4 expansions. From Sri Shankarsan there is 4. Pradyumna there is another 4. Aniruddha another 4. Like that, Srila Prabhupada is explaining this. 4, no, sorry, 2. Two forms. So that is the how this division is done. So now there is further expansion. Srila Prabhupada, so Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has explained the expansions of the expansions of the expansions of Lord Krishna, and Srila Prabhupada is giving us those details here. There similarly, Upendra and Achyuta are the Vilas forms of Sri Shankarsan. Narsimha and Janardhan, the Vilas forms of Pradyumna. And Hari and Krishna, the Vilas forms of Aniruddha. Again, this Krishna is different from the original Krishna because the expansion, the form is different. 4-handed form, not the Vraja form. These 24 forms, the 4 original Vishnu forms, the 12 Vaikuntha forms, and the 8 Vilas Murtis mentioned above are known as the Vilas manifestations of the Prabhava. Prabhava is the 4-handed form, and they are named accordingly. And they are named differently according to the position of the symbolic representations: the conch, the disc, the club, and the mace. The lotus flower, conch, conch shell, disc, and the club or the mace. Out of these 24 Vilas forms, some are Vaibhav forms, such as Pradyumna, Trivikrama, Vamana, Hari, and Krishna, which have different features. Thus, Vasudev, Shankarsan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha are Prabhav Vilas forms of Krishna, and there are total of 20 further variations. So just imagine, Krishna here, just by reading, we are like, now I'm getting my head is going dizzy because I can't remember anything. Just imagine that same Krishna, and this is nothing. This is not even 0.0001% of the total, the expansions that Krishna is actually doing. That is the Supreme Lord. Such a supreme personality is called the Supreme Lord because he is capable of doing anything. There is no such thing as impossible for the Supreme Lord. So now when somebody comes and says, many fake people come and say, they claim that I am God, we should ask them, can you please show your expansions? Please expand in front of us and show into 4 forms. Why 4? 24, 54, 74. Can you please show your expansions? So this again reminds me of another very beautiful pastime of Srila Prabhupada. So once there was one person who came and he claimed that he is God. So Srila Prabhupada very respectfully said that, oh, okay, please come. If you're God, please come. Let us, allow us to serve you. And then Srila Prabhupada gestures to his disciple to go and get opulent prasad, Mahaprasad thalis, 6 to 8 or 10 thalis full of opulent prasadam, like many items. And this person was asked to sit and honor prasadam nicely. So he was honoring one after the other, they were putting. And then this person, after some time, he was like, no, I can't have any more. So Prabhupada said, no, you have to, you are God, you have to accept this. And they kept on pouring. And this person, after a point of time, he fell on the ground and he started crying. He's like, I have to go to the toilet now. Srila Prabhupada said, no, you can't go to the toilet. So this person started screaming. He's like, why can I not go to the toilet? Srila Prabhupada said, because you said you are God. And if you are God, that means you have created the entire universe. You are the controller of all the universes. Then, in that case, can you not control your own belly? And this person was completely smashed in front of everyone, where he was claiming that he is God. So we should not get carried away by mystic yoga and people showing some magic shows and claiming that they are God or they are Guru. These things should not attract us. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving these information, these philosophy. Why? So that we are fully clear that we should not get carried away with such unnecessary distractions. That this is the reason why all these information is given. Thus, Vasudev, Shankarsan, Pradyumna and Aniruddha are Prabhav Vilas forms of Krishna, and there are total of 24 further variations. All of these have Vaikuntha planets in the spiritual sky and are situated in 8 different directions. Although each of them resides eternally in the spiritual sky, some of them nonetheless appear in the material world also. Krishna willing, we'll continue reading tomorrow, and from tomorrow I can see some beautiful pastimes are coming up. So, thank you very much, dear devotees. Vanchakalpatrupyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. श्रील जय पताका स्वामी गुरु महाराज की जय. जगत श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. हरि हरि
हरि बोल।
बोल.
हरि बोल।
श्री गुरु श्री गौरंगा की जय.